welcome back to yet another episode of the GIIS podcast, the Smartcast. I am Khushi and I will be the host for today's episode. Today, we are honored to have with us Roshni Sen, an IGCSE 2020 topper. Roshni has got 9 A stars and is currently pursuing the IBDP curriculum at GIIS since July 2020. Roshni is an extremely talented all-rounder with a strong academic track record and a deep passion for fine arts and co-curriculum activities including visual arts, dance, creative writing, and debate. She has been winning the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award for academic proficiency for exemplary academic performance every year since 2015. Subject Proficiency Award for various, namely Maths, English Language, and Hindi, every year since 2016, and is also the recipient of the prestigious Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Global Skills Scholarship. In the realm of debate and public speaking, Roshni has represented her school and won the first position award in the RWCC competition in both 2018 and 2019, won 4 Model United Nations Awards as a delegate, and has been a 3-time chair for MUNs. Welcome, Roshni. It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure, please.
So, were these the results you were expecting? And what was your reaction to these fabulous scores?
Honestly speaking, I was extremely nervous and anxious before the results were declared, so I was not in any position to expect anything as such. Yes, I had always yearned and worked hard to get all 9 A stars, and I really hoped I got the desired results, but I was very, very anxious, as I said. I was both enthralled and relieved when I received my scores, as I felt that the long, desirous wait was ultimately over. I felt extremely grateful to my parents and teachers for their excellent, unparalleled guidance and support throughout my IGCSE journey. And the first thing I wanted to do after I got my results was thank them with all my heart. I also consider myself very fortunate that I had their support and advice all along, so much so that I was able to achieve what I dreamt of. Seeing the scores overwhelmed me in excitement and also motivated me to strive even harder for IB.
That's really nice. And I think teachers and parents are our backbone. I'm sure everyone must be wanting to know how you prepared for your exams. And please let us know the secret of your achievement also.
I would say the secret of my achievement would be the secret of anyone's achievement, which would be practice. I'm a strong believer of the quotation, practice makes a man perfect, a quote which we're taught when we're kids by almost everyone, our teachers, our parents, everyone. In addition, specific to IGCSE, I believe past paper practice and topical question practices have really helped me work throughout my journey, and having a checklist and error log of my weaknesses to actually keep track of where I'm lacking, which topic I'm lacking, so that I comprehend my mistakes and work on them and I don't repeat them. Those are some of the methods I adopted in order to make sure that I do succeed in my way, and I'm really happy for getting the desired score I got.
So practice makes perfect. That's the secret of our topper here. Who all do you think played an integral part in your success, and what role was played by your parents and teachers?
As you said before, I completely agree that parents and teachers are the backbone of all our success. My parents and teachers have been my pillars of success throughout IGCSE. Whenever I felt low or overcome by stress, my parents would always comfort and encourage me with their words of motivation. They strengthened my moral always through thick and thin and always supported me throughout my studies. My teachers, on the other hand, have held my hand throughout the academic path of IGCSE with their priceless guidance, be it in terms of their friendly demeanor, be it in terms of clearing my doubts, be it in terms of inculcating an everlasting love for the academic subjects in my heart, be it in terms of reinforcing my conceptual understanding. My teachers and parents have done so much for me that I'm eternally grateful to them. So they have played the biggest part in the whole journey.
What do you think were your strengths and weaknesses, and how did you manage to overcome them?
My strengths, I would say, would be my hard work and resilience and my perseverance, which I have again learned from my parents to never give up in difficult situations and to always strive for a goal-oriented approach. Additionally, I like to stay focused in my studies as well as my other activities so that I have a good time management skill and I dedicate enough amount of time and attention to strive for all to always learn in anything I do. Weaknesses, I would say I'm a bit too detail oriented and a perfectionist person, which builds up a lot of pressure on my head at certain circumstances because when I'm not able to achieve something I desire to, I tend to take it too seriously and I tend to get self-critical. That is a weakness which I have been working on for quite some time now, and I hope I'm able to get over it through IB now.
So, since you managed to not only find excellent balance between your extracurricular activities and academics, but also produce impeccable performance in both, do you mind telling us how were you able to do this?
I think I really believe in prioritization and effective time management being very crucial because we, as high school students, and even during ninth and 10th in IGCSE, ineffective time management would have led me to lead nowhere. So I always regard that it's not only important to focus on one particular area, but to also hone the other skills. I realized whenever I participated in dance competitions, debate competitions, art competitions, it naturally made my mind more focused and I could actually spend more time studying with a lot of more interest if I which would not have occurred if I just wanted to do academics. The process was indeed difficult because there were so many activities and commitments side by side, but I have also learned to be optimistic and, as I said, to never give up and to strive harder to explore and push my limits so that I am able to do something which I always wanted to. Additionally, I think procrastination and pessimism are the biggest deterrents which I tried my best to avoid during the whole IGCSE journey, which helped me manage my time effectively for all these activities.
So, managing your time and not giving up is a key thing to do.
Yes.
So, were there ever times you felt like giving up because of the stress? If so, how did you deal with that?
Definitely, there were plenty of such times, be it the rush to complete the huge syllabus before the pre board exams or even the semester exams, or be it a very difficult topic I was stuck with. Stress has always accompanied me throughout my academic journey. Well, I owe the credit of my stress management largely to my parents because they were the ones who always comforted me whenever I felt distressed and whenever I felt that I could not do well in a certain subject per se. Another way I dealt with the stress would be physical exercise. I remember, especially during the mornings of my important exams, I would go for a jog or a morning walk, which actually relaxes and freshens my mind so that I'm able to think properly, not do late night studies before the exam. These are some things I have learned with experience, which I believe have helped me manage my time and stress properly.
So, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
I have always been a career oriented individual. So, as my IB subjects also reflect, I have taken physics, chemistry, and maths at high level, and I want to pursue engineering in my college degree. So, in the next 10 years, I would perceive myself as a computer engineer, to be specific, as a computer scientist, or I even like mathematics a lot, so I might consider doing a side by side double degree or course in mathematics per se, and then pursue that as maybe a PhD or get into a very self-oriented profession like probably becoming a research assistant or a research analyst in the field of computer science or mathematics, which are areas of studies I have an indelible passion for. That's where I see it.
So, you have plans for future already. Okay, so the last thing I would like to ask you on the behalf of GIS is what advice would you like to give us on the basis of your experience?
I think the biggest advice I would like to give the juniors is to be goal oriented and to always set and try to achieve small operational objectives, be it small targets to to improve from one cyclic test performance to the next cyclic test performance, or be it very, very small targets to increase the self-morale. These are small steps which have helped me grow substantially, and getting the 9A stars, it was a step-by-step process. It wasn't a one-way journey. So I always believe that small steps always lead to big achievements and big changes. So the only advice I would like to give is to be goal oriented and to have a specific target and work towards it in steps.
Yeah. Wow, so as you mentioned, it's not a day thing, it's a step-by-step process. I totally agree with you. Thank you so much, Roshni. All of us are truly awe and inspired by you, and a great thanks to all of you for listening to the GIS podcast, the Smartcast. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Please be sure to follow us on SoundCloud/GIS Smartcast. If you have any suggestions for the future podcasts, please feel free to write to us. This is Khushi signing off.